Okay. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving us your time today. I'm really excited, looking forward to this. And thank everyone for joining as well. It's a very important month of Purushottam, and it's good to preach and good to hear as well this month. So just want to quickly introduce you, Prabhuji. And as you know, that our Prabhuji is the chairman of Iskcon Manchester, and he's been in Krishna consciousness since 2003. And he has, throughout the years, become expert in Bhagavad-Gita, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and so it's our good fortune that he's sharing this knowledge and wisdom and his experience with us. And look forward to hearing from Prabhu today on overview of Canto 1. I think you need to be an expert to be able to overview a whole canto. So I'm pretty excited. And let's make a start with the prayers, and maybe other people can join in the meantime. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Narayan Keshav Prabhu and others. So when Narayan Keshav Prabhu requested, actually ordered, I accepted it for my purification. Just my purification. No way expert. Honestly, on hot, no way expert. But I accepted without knowing that it's Purushottam month. But then realized, I was thinking, okay, in 1 hour, 15 minutes, how to do this. But then I realized it's Purushottam month. So let me do it for my purification. At least if I prepare, then it purifies me. So it is said 3 varieties of people are purified when the Bhagavad Gita is done. The speaker, the person who asks, and the people who hears that. Just like Mother Ganges, flows in the 3 planetary system, upper, middle, and the lower planetary system, and sanctify 3 worlds. Similarly, Krishna Katha will also sanctify 3 varieties of people. And so I want purification for myself. I'm greedy. I very much need this. So I've accepted this service. So thank you so much. So we'll try and do something. So in 1 hour, 15 minutes. Well, let me do a very, very short invocation, and then we can get into the overview of entire Canto 1, 19 chapters. We'll do. Okay, with your blessings. And Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gurave Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. So I wanted to do a short invocation so that we can discuss more Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we are doing a Canto 1 overview. So we are not going depth. So depth and then the wide. So we are not going to go deep today, but we will see the entire overview of the first canto. So the benefits are that when we do this overview, we understand the connection between the chapters and the different different characters, why they are there, and what is the relation between each chapter. And each pastime, different stories have been narrated. So we get a gist of this entire, first canto. It's actually beneficial this way, but we should do both ways. We should do. Narayan Keshav Prabhu has been doing, in-depth study. He was going verse by verse. So I was doing overviews. So I need actually his blessings today. So yeah, we should do both. Sometimes we better understand the connections as well. Okay. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. So before discussing this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we should offer obeisances to Lord Narayan, Naranaran Rishi, Vasudev, Mother Saraswati. That's very important for all of us, and our Acharyas, of course. Without them, we would not have got a chance to living in England. We would not have got a chance to discuss anything like that. Okay, so Canto 1, first chapter is entitled Questions by Sages. You all heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and you know many things, but today is to just get the overview done, the entire canto. So in the first chapter, so the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Vasudev, he begins, the Bhagavatam with an invocation, and he offers obeisances to Lord Vasudeva, Krishna. And then there is a prelude, introduction to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. First 3 verses are introduction to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. First verse defines God. There are 7 aspects of God that are given in the first verse. That begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadyasya Yato Anvayadi Taratacharte Swabhignaha Swarat Tene Brahma Vrudaya Adi Kavaye Muyanti Yatasuraya Tejo Vari Mrudam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisvargo Amrusha Dhamnasvena Sathanirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. 1 second. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati had spent 3 months in discussing this verse. 3 months he spent alone on discussing this verse. There are 7 characteristics of God. He is the source of everything, and he maintains, he creates. He is the one who imparted knowledge onto Lord Brahma, and even the great demigods gets bewildered. This material nature is a combination of, is made up of 3 modes of material nature, is not real but appear to be factual, and he knows his Swarat is independent. He knows everything directly, indirectly, and in his dham, his abode is free from all the Maya, so free from illusion. And in the second verse, Vasudev glorifies Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadham tapatrayonmulanam Śrīmad-Bhāgavate mahamuni krute Kimba parairishvaraha sadhya vrudya vrudyate atra krutibi sushrubhi takshanat. So Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam rejects Kaitava, cheating religion. The cheating religion focuses on dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma means do your religion, for gaining artha, for wealth. Why wealth? For fulfilling desires, and after fulfilling desires, if they ever gets fulfilled, then they look for moksha. So Bhagavatam rejects this cheating religion, Kaitava Dharma. And then in the third verse, Shukadev, Vyasdev says, Nigamakalpatarorgalitam phalam shukamukatam rutadravasam yutam pibhata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvibhavukaha. Don't worry, I'm not going to recite all the verses. So only 3 verses, these are very important. This Bhagavat, so if you compare all the Vedic knowledge to be a tree, and Bhagavatam is the matured fruit of the tree. Don't waste time here and there, but take the mature fruit, mature, ripened fruit of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the entire Vedic knowledge, essence. So it became even more tasty because it has emanated from the lotus mouth of Shukadeva Goswami. Shuka means parrot. When parrot eats something, some fruit, the flavor of that fruit increases. And those who are devotees of the Lord, they continuously drink. It is called rasamalayam. Because, we don't have that much taste. We only drink a little and we feel enough. But those who are rasikas, expert devotees, they enjoy so much. They continuously drink this nectar, rasamalayam. Okay, this is the prelude to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam given by Vasudev. And then the sages gathered at the Naimisharanya. They have completed 1,000-year sacrifice for the welfare of the people in general, for the satisfaction of the Lord and for the welfare of people in general. And so when they met Suta Goswami, then they offered him an elevated seat and they praised him, saying how qualified he was to receive this knowledge from his superiors. Let me open, if I can bring something here. Let me one. Maybe right. Let's see. Yeah. So don't worry, I'll try and finish this. Be patient. Can I share? Could you allow me sharing rights, please?
Yes, sorry, my fault, Prabhu. There you go.
No, don't worry. Yeah. So these are the 2 verses in which the sages of Naimisharanya glorify Suta Goswami before putting their questions forward. These are the qualities. Vetatvam swaumya tatsarvam tatvatas tadanugrahat Bruya hasnigdasya shishyasya guravo guhyam apyuta. Very submissive. You are very submissive. Your spiritual masters have endowed with you all favors. You are a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. This is the qualification. So he had learned from his predecessors, and he had good qualities. When the good qualities are there, automatically we receive the knowledge. The superiors impart. Our dear Prabhupada, Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, was extremely dear to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati blessed him like that. So there is another verse. We will another verse about his qualities. Yeah. So basically, they glorified Suta Goswami. Then they asked 6 questions. We all know that. These 6 questions were answered in chapter 2 and chapter 3. The first question is that Ekantataha Shreyas. What is the ultimate good for people in general? And the second question was, what is the essence of all scripture that will benefit everyone? Samadrutya saram samadrutya. So first question was, what is the ultimate good for people in general? What is the essence of all scriptures? And so the answer is given in the second chapter, 1 to 6 and 1 to 7. So Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradokshaje ahaitukiya pratiyata yayatmasu prasidati. One should develop a love of God through bhakti. That is the ultimate good. Devotion is the ultimate good for people in general. It is the bhakti. Direct answer is given here. There is Shreyas and Preyas. Preyas means a short-term benefit. Shreyas means a long-term benefit. Yes. So the long-term benefit is bhakti. Yes, we may feel little happy now and then by doing some things in this material world, but that is not going to last forever. That's the flickering happiness. But ultimate good is bhakti. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayadahitukam. One worships Lord Vasudeva Krishna, one automatically receives causeless knowledge and detachment. That's a byproduct. When we worship Krishna, knowledge and the detachment comes. And third question, I don't have the order, but I remember the questions. Let me see. Yeah, question 3. Why did Lord appear in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva? And the answer was that to reclaim those who are in the Sattva-guna. So he comes and enacts his performs his pastimes, enacts his pastimes, and it reclaims those who are in the mode of goodness. And question 4 was describe Lord's adventures in regards to Purusha incarnations. There are 2 types of incarnations. Many ways we can have this classification, but one way to have classification is incarnations involving external energy, incarnations involving with internal energy. So the fourth question was incarnations involving with external energy, involving with creation. Purusha incarnations. We all know that there is Karnodaksha Vishnu, and when he breathes in from his skin pores, all the universes come out, and that is first Purusha. Karnodaksha Vishnu. Then he expands himself as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, enters into each universe, and he off-fills the universe and lies down on that ocean on the bed of Adishesha. Then there is third Purusha, that is Kshirodakasai Vishnu. From him, the incarnations within the universe comes. So this is about the fourth question, as for Jiva Goswami. And fifth question was, narrate the transcendental pastimes of the Lord's multi-incarnations, Leela-avataras. Fourth question was Purusha-avataras. Fifth question was Leela-avataras, various incarnations of the Lord. In the third chapter of Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami described over 21 incarnations of the Lord. This Bumblebee wants to be part of the Bhagavad-Gita, Brahmara-Gita. So, yeah. After describing all the incarnations in the third chapter of Bhagavatam, so Suta Goswami, he included Balaram and Krishna as one of the incarnations. He said that there is, in the first, there is Lord expands himself into Pradama Purusha, or first Purusha. Yeah, Lord expands himself into first Purusha, and then from first Purusha we get second Purusha, and from second Purusha we get third Purusha. So from them, various incarnations in this universe appears. Right? That the second Purusha and third Purusha are the source of all the incarnations that appear within this universe. And while saying this, he said, in the 19th incarnation, Lord appeared as Balaram, and in the 20th, I think, appeared as Krishna. So 19th and 20th, Lord advented himself as Lord Balarama and Lord Krishna. Then in Kali Yuga, that time Lord Buddha did not appear. So that was a future tense. You can see. So, and that's the 21st incarnation is Lord Buddha was mentioned. Then the Kalki was mentioned. That would appear as the son of Vishnu Yasha in the village known as Shambhala. So after describing that the Purushas are the source of various incarnations, after listing these 22, I think here, 21 appeared, 22 yet to come. Then he says this famous verse that Avataraya Sankyeya Hare Satvanidher Dvijaha Yata Vidasinaha Kulyaha Sarasa Syu Sahasrashaha. There are innumerable incarnations of the Lord. So, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible source of water. And if you read this purport, Prabhupada writes that Lord appears even in the vegetable species also. So there are unlimited incarnations. Then Suta Goswami distinguishes Krishna from all other incarnations. Initially, he listed that He is also one of the incarnations that, appearing from the Purusha. So this is the famous verse. Ete cham shakalaha pumsaha Krishnastu, sorry. Etescham shakalaha pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Murudhayanti Yuge Yuge. So this is the famous verse that distinguishes Krishna from all others. Krishna, it says Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they are the other incarnations and part and parcels of the Lord. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Like that. So, third chapter basically clearly, informs us that Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. He is the source of all the avatars. Sarvavatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tanhara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. He is the fountainhead of all the incarnations. Then there is sixth question. The sixth question was about Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. That is, Bruyi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanyam Dharma Varmani Swam Kashtanadhuno Pete Dharmahakam Sharanam Gata. Sages asked Sutta Goswami, after Krishna disappeared, where did Dharma, religion, take shelter? Because Krishna always shelters religion. He protects religion. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. But when after Krishna had disappeared, where did Dharma take shelter? So, and the answer to that is Dharma had taken shelter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So I will recite that verse. Krishne swadamopagate dharmajnanadibisaha kalau nashta drushamesha puranarko dhunoditaha. This Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna. So Krishna disappeared and then reappeared in the form of Bhagavatam. So, departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion and knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to their dense darkness of ignorance in this age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. So, and then they talk about a little bit about Bhagavatam. Sutta Goswami says that idam Bhagavatam nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam. It is literary incarnation of the God. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. It's a literary form of Krishna. A sound form. Hare Krishna is the sound form of the Lord. Krishna. Similarly, the entire Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation, and Vasudev compiled it for the benefit of people in general. Niyashreyasaya. So he compiled it, and after compiling it, he had instructed the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to his son, Shukadeva Goswami. And how did he compile? Yat saram samadrutya. He had taken because Vedic knowledge is so vast. So he had taken the essence, and then essence from the essence. That's how he compiled. This is the essence of the essence of all scriptures. He compiled it. He instructed it to his son, Shukadeva Goswami. That Shukadeva Goswami narrated Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, who was on the verge of his death. And in that assembly, I was there. I heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam while he was narrating it to Parikshit Maharaj. I will instruct that same Bhagavatam to you all. This is how Sutta Goswami concludes the 3rd chapter. I hope this flow is okay, dear devotees. Yeah, so I'm just trying something. And so that one question, 6th question, is the cause of entire Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So now the sages have asked a second set of questions in the 4th chapter. Having heard that Bhagavatam was compiled by Vasudev, he had instructed to Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami narrated to Parikshit Maharaj. So 3 questions, 3 sets of questions the sages have asked. The sages headed by Shaunaka. The first set was the history of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. What motivated Vasudev to compile Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? When, where, how he compiled Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Second set of questions were relating to Parikshit Maharaj. He was a pious king. Why did he give up his kingdom and sat on the bank of Ganges to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? He was an extremely pious king. It was difficult to give up and get detached from the kingdom. How did he do that? Second set of questions relating to Parikshit Maharaj, and third set were relating to Shukadeva Goswami. You were telling that Shukadeva Goswami narrated this Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. Usually is detached from the people. He lives in the forest. He's not in contact with common people, especially people like kings. He only would go and stay at a home, when the cow is milked. Only that duration of time he would stay at a householder's place. Parikshit was a householder and he was a king. Why? How come he managed to, came in touch with Parikshit? He was an elevated soul. After he was born, he had just ran to forest. He did not want to stay in the town or in the villages. He was so elevated that when he was passing by, some damsels were taking bath in a pond. When they did not cover their bodies while Shukadeva Goswami was passing by. However, when Vasudev was trying to follow that path, they covered their bodies. So he was so elevated, he could not distinguish male and female. When he looks at someone, he looks at the soul. Like that. Third set of questions. This is the connection. You understand? First set relating to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second set of questions relating to Parikshit Maharaj, third set relating to Shukadeva Goswami. The first set of, we will now deal with the first set of questions relating to Bhagavatam. That is answered in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and a bit of 10th chapter, maybe 10, 11 verse. So Sutta Goswami started explaining that Vasudev, son of Parashara and Satyavati, he actually divided one Veda into 4, 1 into 4. He simplified Vedas, and then he compiled various Puranas, Itihasas such as Mahabharata, etc. Why did he do that? Because people are not so intelligent, the people of Kali Yuga. So he simplified them so that they can read and take advantage and benefit from the scriptures. Just like our Prabhupada, day and night, every night he was translating Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. It took so much pain to write these, translate these books and put them in a form which we can, understand. And why did he do that? Why did he take that pain? While touring, while managing all the worldwide centers, not easy to, compile, write Bhagavatam, write books, very difficult. When you are in the management, you always get disturbed. Prabhupada was doing that. Irrespective of rain or shine, he would stick to the local schedule wherever he went. So we are very much indebted to Srila Prabhupada. So at least we should read, we should discuss, and we should share it with others. Help others, help ourselves first, and then help others. Bharata Bhumite Haila Manushya Janmayara Janma Sardaka Kari Karo Paropakar. So he had done a great job, Vasudev. Even after doing all these, he was despondent. He was not satisfied. He was questioning himself. And that time, his spiritual master, Narada Muni, appeared while he was thinking about it and while he was contemplating on the root cause of his despondency. Vasudev offered an elevated seat and respected Narada Muni. Received Narada Muni with respect. And then he asked why he was despondent. He asked Narada Muni to find out the root cause of his despondency. Narada Muni straight away, without delay, he said, the problem is that the problems are twofold. You have overemphasized on the 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. You have given overemphasis to Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and then you have not sufficiently glorified the Supreme Lord. That is the reason you are feeling empty, even though you had done a great job of dividing one Veda into 4 and writing all the Puranas, Mahabharata, etc. So without bhakti, without glorification of the Supreme Lord, one will not be satisfied. Then he says his own story, how bhakti can actually transform a person. Everybody knows the story of Narada Muni. Narada Muni tells his story. In the past life, he was son of a maid servant. and she was serving Bhaktivedantas during the Chaturmasya season, 4 months of Chaturmasya, autumn and rainy seasons, and she was offering menial service. That time Narada Muni was only around 5-year-old. He was also helping his mother. He was serving and the Bhaktivedantas, the saintly people, and he was not interested in the playthings that children usually be engaged these days. They're all always on social media. They are given phones and very difficult now. So he was not interested in those things. He was very sincere. If you remember, we glorified Sutta Goswami. He was like that. He was he heard them while they were speaking. And very nicely, and with their permission, once he took some of the remnants. And later, one fine day, while his mother was milking cow in the night, his mother died because of a snake bite, and Narada Muni took that challenge into opportunity. He was only 5-year-old. He did not curse Krishna, saying, "My mother and I served Bhaktivedantas for so long, and in return, this is the reward you give to me. You take away your mother. You took away my mother." Like that, he did not say. He accepted Lord's will, and then I went to north. It is said. Then I meditated on the Lord as he heard, as he learned from Bhaktivedantas, and he saw the Lord. He experienced the Lord within in the core of his heart. He felt so jubilant. Then he tried it again, but second time he did not. He could not experience the same Lord again, and he kept on trying. He was not successful, but he heard a voice at the end. Lord spoke in an invisible voice, saying that those who are incomplete in their service will not be able to see me again. I keep on doing devotion. And Narada Muni, since then, he continued. That time he was a son of maid servant. So he was constantly wandering and chanting. So that was his job. And there was one verse that I wanted to see, 6th chapter. Okay. Etadyaturachittanam matra sparshechayamuhu bhavasindu plavo drushto haricharyanu varnanam. It is personally experienced by me that those who are always full of cares and anxieties due to desiring contact of the senses with their objects can cross the ocean of nescience on a most suitable boat. That is the constant chanting of transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the remedy. Haricharyanu Varnanam. And eventually all our miseries will disappear. So this is how Narada Muni tells his story. And it tells that Nityam Bhagavata-Sevayā. How do we get bhakti? Yes, bhakti is needed. 2nd chapter highlights bhakti. is the very important one, Shreya. And the essence of all the scripture is to develop that love of Godhead by bhakti. But how do we get bhakti? How do we, become a devotee? By serving another devotee, Nityam Bhagavata-Sevayā. There are two types of Bhagavatas, person Bhagavatam, book Bhagavatam. It's not Bhagavan-Sevayā. It says Bhagavata-Sevayā. So we should serve devotees of the Lord. Two types of Bhagavatam, book Bhagavatam, person Bhagavatam. Book Bhagavatam we read every day. We share it with others. And person Bhagavatam, we obey their instructions. We follow their instructions. We serve them. We are lucky. We have two. Person Bhagavatam Prabhupada is there. And we also got book Bhagavatam. Here Narada Muni, he served person Bhagavatas. We also have Bhaktivedanta in our life. We don't know whether we can become Narada Muni in the next life. But we also have Bhaktivedanta. He met Bhaktivedantas. So at the end of that life, then in the next day of Brahma, that same son of Shudra became Narada. Narada Muni, he became son of Brahma and he appeared as Narada, and everybody knows about Narada. So Narada Muni says, focus on devotion. Don't focus on dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And then that time, 7th chapter begins. Vasudev sat and, Narada Muni instructed, and he left that place on the bank of river Saraswati. Vasudev sat in meditation. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite amale apashat purusham purnam mayam chatadapashrayam. So he meditated on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Bhakti Yogena. And then when he meditated, he saw the Lord. Apashyat Purusham Purnam. He saw Lord Krishna along with Maya Devi. Maya is the controller of the material world. And he also saw that because of the influence of Maya, all the living entities are suffering. He saw the Lord, he saw Maya, external energy, and he also saw that because of influence of external energy, all the living entities are being suffered. Yaya sammohito jivo atmanam trigunatmakam. They are suffering because of the influence of Maya. And then he also saw the remedy. The remedy is that they should hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. The remedy, let me go here. The beginning is 7, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5. Let's see. Yeah. So the remedy is 6 and 7. This is the remedy Isa. Anartopashamanam sakshat. Anartha means the unwanted things. Upashamanam, relief from unwanted things. How do one get relief from this? Because we mentioned that every living entity is suffering. And how do they get relief? They should do bhakti yogam adokshaje. They should render service to Krishna. And common people, they do not know this. That's why Vasudev Chakre Satvatam Samvitam. That's why he compiled Bhagavatam. By reading Bhagavatam, by discussing Bhagavatam, one will render bhakti yoga, devotional service onto Krishna. We'll recite this also. yasyam vaishruyamanayam Krishne paramapurushe bhaktirutpadyate pumsaha shokamoha bhayapaha. So, he saw the Lord's external energy. He saw the living entities or being suffered because of the influence of external energy, and the remedy is that they should engage in devotional service. That's why he compiled Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And if one simply hears that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, what happens? Bhaktirutpadyate pumsaha. One will develop bhakti. And as a byproduct, shoka, one will be free from shoka, moha, bhaya. Simply by giving oral reception to this Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish fire of lamentation, illusion, and fearlessness. So this is the history of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. This is why he compiled. He was inspired. He was not satisfied. He was advised by his Guru Narada Muni. And he worshipped, he meditated on the Supreme Lord. And finally compiled. After compiling this, he had instructed it to Shukadeva Goswami. And the sages asked here one question. Shukadeva Goswami was already liberated. Why did he undergo pain of learning Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? Yes, there was no need for him to learn Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. He was liberated in the womb itself, womb of his mother. What is the need for him to learn Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? So this is a very, very famous verse. Sutta Uvacha, Sutta Goswami replies, Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgranta Pyurukrame Kurvantyayaitu Kim Bhaktim Itam Bhuta Guno Harihi. Even the liberated souls, they get attracted to Harikatha. So that is the speciality. When you are in liberation, you are not supposed to get attracted to anything. But Harikatha, the activities of the Lord are so attractive that they even attract even liberated souls also get attracted. And Mahaprabhu speaks on this verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think 64 meanings he gives to this verse. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya explained this verse, he explained in 9 ways. Mahaprabhu explained this in 64 ways without touching the 9 ways that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had spoken. Okay. And next verse, let's see. This is also important. Harer gunakshiptamatir Bhagavan Badarayanai Adhyagan Mahat Akyanam Nityam Vishnu Janapriyaha. Srila Sukadeva Goswami, son of Srila Vasudev, was not only transcendentally powerful, he was also very dear to the devotees of the Lord. Thus, he underwent the study of this great narration, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So, we should be very dear to the devotees. We should maintain good relationship with the devotees. So, with that verse, the first set of questions were answered. The second set of questions were relating to birth and activities of Parikshit Maharaj. So sometimes when we narrate Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we tell we get slightly diverted and we tell another pastime, isn't it? Yeah, but that's a bona fide distraction. So here, Suta Goswami, instead of directly answering Parikshit Maharaj's birth and activities, he narrates the events leading up to the birth of Parikshit Maharaj. That's when the story of son of Drona gets punished. There is no need to discuss that, but that's an event. These events are leading up to the birth of Parikshit Maharaj. So, 7th chapter, Krishna makes entry. When a hero makes entry in the films, how does he make entry? Very, opulent, very attractive, royal, grand. That's how the hero makes entry into the cinema. But our hero Krishna, how did he make his entry in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? He appeared as a charioteer to Arjuna. 7th chapter describes that Krishna was riding the chariot of Arjuna to chase son of Drona, Ashwatthama. This is how he made his entrance, humble, as a charioteer of Arjuna, as a servant of his devotee. That's how he makes his entry. Son of Drona, we all know that he killed the 5 sons of Draupadi while they were sleeping. It's an heinous act. His master Duryodhan was not satisfied. Even Duryodhan was not satisfied. Just imagine how heinous it must have been. And Arjun promised to get hold of him, hand it over to Draupadi, basically chop his head off and gift his head to Draupadi, because it was Draupadi's 5 sons were killed. And he said, you can stand on his head and take bath. So they were chasing Ashwatthama. And suddenly, there was Ashwatthama was he was tired of running. He didn't know what to do. And then he just threw a Brahmastra. There was a glaring effulgence all over. And Arjuna was confused. And that time he surrendered to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhavo, Bhaktanam Abhayantara, Tvamekam Dayyamananam. So please guide me. What's happening? I don't know what to do. And Krishna advised Arjuna to release another Brahmastra to counteract this Brahmastra. Arjuna did counteract by releasing another Brahmastra, and then he caught hold of Ashwatthama and took in front of Draupadi. Yudhishthir was there, Bhim was there. And of course, Draupadi was very kind, very compassionate. She said that, you have learned this military science from his father, Dronacharya. Leave him alone. Forgive him and leave him. Bhima said, you must kill. Yudhishthir supported Draupadi. And Krishna in between, he says that you must satisfy Bhima, you also must satisfy Draupadi. Bhima was saying that you should kill Ashwatthama. Understanding Krishna's intention, he insulted. Sometimes you insult a Kshatriya, that is more than a death. So he severed the jewel on his forehead and also took his mustache off and cut his hair. This is how the 7th chapter ends. And at the end of 7th chapter, Krishna, he wanted to return to go back to Dwaraka. He stayed here in Nastinapur for quite some time in participating in this war, Kurukshetra war. And he was seated on the chariot, ready to go to Dwaraka. That time, Uttara, Abhimanyu's wife, Abhimanyu had been killed in the battle. Uttara, Abhimanyu's wife, she rushed towards Krishna. Again, she offers prayers and she tells that that there is a weapon, Brahmastra, is coming to attack our fetus, our embryo. This was released by Ashwatthama. This is the second time Ashwatthama releases Brahmastra. And Krishna, we all know that he enters into Uttara's womb with his Sudarshan disc. He actually nullifies the heat of Brahmastra and he revives the embryo of Uttara. That was Parikshit Maharaj. That's how Parikshit Maharaj was protected. He actually, when Parikshit saw in the womb, when he came out, he was, examining everyone to find out the same person that he had seen within the womb of his mother. That's why his name was, he was given Parikshit. Then Kunti Maharani comes and she started offering prayers after this wonderful incident of, protecting, saving Parikshit Maharaj. So she offers beautiful prayers and she lists so many calamities. Oh Krishna, you have saved us from several calamities. She lists so many calamities, including this Draunya Chata Chashma Harebi Rakshita. You also saved Parikshit from the weapon of Ashwatthama. And give me more calamities. So when the calamities are there, I can think of you. And when I think of you, I'm not seeing the birth again. And beautiful prayers. And one of the prayers I like is that Tvaime nanya vishaya matir madhupate sakrut ratim udvamata madha gange vaugam udanvati. Ganga, just as Ganga flows, always flows towards the ocean. In spite of several obstacles, impediments. Similarly, let my mind always be attracted towards you in spite of all the attractions, oh Krishna. And so everybody wants to stop Krishna. Him going to Dwaraka, but nobody could. The Yudhishthir Maharaj, he came and he said, "Please, Krishna, stay back for some more time." So, and Krishna and Yudhishthir was also very much grief-stricken, thinking that just for my sake, we have killed. Just for the kingdom to get the kingdom, we have killed so many people. So I'm so sinful. This is how a devotee thinks. I'm so sinful. So like that, he was, grief-stricken. And the 9th chapter, Krishna takes Pandavas to, he stayed. Because he wanted to give his darshan to Bhishmadev also. So he took Pandavas to Bhishmadev. He was lying on the bed of arrows. And that time, all the sages from all over the universe came to give him a good farewell. Krishna came also with Pandavas. Krishna personally went. So just like our Haridas Thakur, when he was leaving his body, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and gave his darshan. In the presence of Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur left his body. In the presence of Krishna, Bhishma Dev is also going to give up his body. So Bhishma Dev, looking at the Pandavas, and he says that, you have underwent so many calamities. It's not because of karma. Sarvam kala krutam manye. So it is the will of Lord Krishna. You are favored by Krishna, you are favored by sadhus, you are favored by religion, yet you underwent so many calamities. It is the will of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna wanted to teach the world that even though my devotees go through so many calamities, they will never leave my shelter. And then Bhishma Dev instructed Yudhishthira Maharaj in various dharma, Raja Dharma, Kula Dharma, that and this. So long he spoke, because he's like, Bhishma Dev was so expert in religious matters. And Yudhishthira is now king, so he imparted all the knowledge. Krishna would have consoled Yudhishthira Maharaj, but he had given that credit to Bhishma Dev. So I'm just looking at the time. So I'll carry on until 9 and see what we can do. What do you say, Narayan Keshav Prabhu?
Yes, please, Prabhu, just carry on as you are. And then, like you said, we'll see where we are from there. And if you can make time, if you want to continue another day, to instead of rushing and
because I think I'm going at a reasonable pace. Am I correct? Like, I don't want to go even faster, and then we don't get any. We will not be able to relish anything. I will see where we can stop, and then if necessary, we will do another session.
Absolutely. Yeah. We want to keep the rasa going. We don't want to.
Yeah, rasa should be there. Yeah. Rasa should be there, because otherwise it becomes useless. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me that permission, so that I can also enjoy while speaking. Okay. So, and so this credit. So Bhishma Dev could console Yudhishthira Maharaj. Krishna could have done that counseling, but he wanted to give credit to his devotees. So after that, while he was instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishma Dev realized that the sun has entered into the northern hemisphere. And then he stopped speaking. Then he offered beautiful prayers to Lord Krishna. His worshipable deity is Parthasarathi. Lord Vishnu in his Chaturabhuja form. He was on the battlefield. Arjun, Krishna was acting as the Arjun chariot of Arjun, but Arjun was only seeing the back of Krishna. But Bhishma Dev was able to see the beautiful face of Krishna. He was drinking the nectar through his eyes, looking at Krishna. So he remembers at the time of leaving his body, he recollects various incidents in relation to Krishna. So, and one of the incident was that, one more point about Bhishma Dev, although Bhishma fought on the wrong side, he was a great devotee, as we all know that he is one of the 12 Mahajanas, right? One of the 12 Mahajanas. And there are two reasons Acharyas explain us why Bhishma Dev had to fight on the side of Kauravas. One typical reason that everybody knows is because he had taken a vow that he would protect the throne. He had eaten the salt of the king, Duryodhana. Okay, but actually it's his kingdom anyway. So he had taken a vow that he would protect the throne. That is the external. But the other reasons Acharyas tell us that even if you are a great devotee like Bhishma Dev, if you take wrong side, you won't win. You will not become victorious. That's one reason. A second reason was that Lord wants to have this Shival Rasa, fighting Rasa. So, yes, just like Jay and Vijay, they were there, and Lord wanted to fight with someone, like, fighting is also one kind of rasa. So you will not be able to do this in the Vaikuntha planets. That's why Jay and Vijay had to come down and become demons to offer that service to Lord Krishna. So this is another reason Bhishma was in that fighting spirit. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that when Bhishma Dev shooted arrows, some of these arrows, when he was shooting, he was targeting Arjun. So Krishna was protecting Arjun, and they were piercing the body of Krishna. And how did Krishna feel? How did Krishna feel? He did not feel pain. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that when the lover and beloved comes together and they bite each other, that's a pain for externally, but they enjoy. It's like, biting, lover biting the beloved, something like that. So Krishna was experiencing that kind of joy, being pierced by Bhishma Dev's arrows. And we will recite one shloka, one prayer, and discuss one story before we conclude today. Please bear with me. I'm just finding the verse. So it's a beautiful verse to end with, actually. Nice verse. Yeah. This has a different tune. Swanigama pahaya mat pratignyam ritamadhikartumavapluto ratasta drutarata charano bhyayachaladgur haririvahantumibam gatottariya. Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way. This was one of the prayers he offered while he was on the bed of arrows. So, shall I take 2 more minutes, Prabhu? Yeah. So we all know that, Duryodhan once approached, one fine day approached Bhishma Deva and said that you are partial to Pandavas. If you want, you could have killed them in a moment. You are very partial. Why are you behaving like that? He said, take these 5 arrows. Bhishma gave 5 arrows to Duryodhana. Bring those 5 arrows tomorrow. With these 5 arrows, I will kill 5 Pandavas. Finished. Krishna knows this. Krishna sent Arjun to the camp of Duryodhan at the end of the day. And Duryodhan received Arjuna nicely. Though they fight during the day, but in the evening they chit-chat and they are okay. So some time ago, Duryodhan promised Arjuna that he would give him a boon. Something is there. So Arjuna asked for those 5 arrows. Duryodhan gave those 5 arrows to Arjuna. Next day, actually Bhishma Dev took a vow that he would kill those Pandavas tomorrow. This is a vow. He took a vow of killing those 5 Pandavas. But as Bhishma asked, where are the arrows? Gone. So his vow is broken now. He took a vow that he would kill Pandavas. His vow is broken. You made me break my promise. I will make sure you break your promise. What was Krishna's promise? That he will never raise a weapon in the battlefield. So that day he fought so valiantly. And to protect Arjun, Krishna, he got down and he rushed towards Bhishma Dev, holding a broken chariot wheel, Ratangapani. And Bhishma Dev was very happy. So he fulfilled, he made Arjuna happy, he made Bhishma Dev also happy. He broke his promise. His promise is broken, but he fulfilled the vow of promise of Bhishma. Bhishma said that I will make you break your promise, like that. So there were wonderful prayers of Bhishma Dev. And in the presence of Krishna, he left his body. Antakale chamame vasmaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yati masatya samshaya. At the end of one's life, whoever remembers me will come to me. So Bhishma Dev entered into Vaikuntha. So this is where we end. Thank you so much. So sorry, I could not complete all the 19 chapters, but I think given where we are and our current nature, it's better we stop here, and we enjoy also. We enjoy, as Prabhuji said, without rasa it would be difficult. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and it's for my purification. So I've done, little bit. I tried to do a little bit, and thank you so much. And if you have any comments or anything that you want to share, any corrections also, anything, please do so. Prabhus, thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your time and sharing this. I mean, I don't think it's possible to do in an hour and a quarter. We can't do justice to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. There's so much knowledge, information packed into just one canto. This is the reason for doing verse by verse, because we tend to neglect so much of the knowledge. If we rush through it, if it's the overview or just going through certain verses, we will miss out on so much of the information, and every detail is important. So we want to capture as much as we can. And thank you. You've captured these verses, like pearls on a string. Obviously we have to complete the string, the pearl, the necklace next time. But it has been captured so nicely, chapter by chapter, and it's the process has begun, and it's been wonderful experience. And it just shows how everything's so connected. Each chapter is connected, it's very purposeful. It's deliberate. It's done like that, and it's so easy to miss it. If we are not careful, if we're not focused, so easy to miss it. So thank you so much. I've got some questions. I wish I had better questions, but some of the things I picked up. You mentioned that the sacrifice, the 1,000 years yajna was done or was in the process, Prabhu?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a genuine question. I had that. And in the 18th chapter, sages mentioned that, our bodies became black from the, smoke generated from the sacrifice. My understanding, after checking with the seniors, they have completed 1,000 years sacrifice. Usually sacrifice, when they begin, they have to complete. So I have checked with some seniors. I had also got that doubt. apparently the understanding was that they had completed 1,000 years of sacrifice. But however, they said in the 18th chapter, we are feeling much better listening to Harikatha.
This is
I know that that sacrifice, because of the sacrifice, our bodies became only black. But now with Harikatha, we are getting, pleasure. So this is the understanding that we have.
Yeah,
Good question. Very good question.
They spent 1,000 years, and then to find out actually what you really need to do was Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. I think wish I had found this earlier. Maybe after a couple of 100 years. Anyway, thank you so much for that. The other was, yes, I do remember seeing that the Lord says he also incarnates as a vegetable. Now, what would be the significance, and how would he? What would he do as a vegetable?
So, Prabhupada writes. Sorry. Let me do. Prabhupada writes in the purport that Lord appears in every species. I heard somewhere that that Lord also appeared as a mosquito or something like that. I don't remember. But Prabhupada writes in the purport, every species, including vegetables. We don't know their language, Prabhu. They are also living beings. So Lord might be giving some instructions. That is only my nobody told me. This is what I'm thinking based on what Prabhupada said. I'm speculating that bona fide speculation that so when Lord comes, he gives some instructions, right? The message, there is a message, and he delivers people. So there could be a communication. They're also living entities, you know that, right? All the vegetables are also living entities. So there could be a way of communicating something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do remember reading that whatever species he comes in, he obviously uplifts those species.
Yes,
that is true.
Exactly.
It's just that difficult to imagine uplifting the carrots and the bengans, or whichever vegetable God came. So it's been interesting to find out why did God come as a vegetable, and how did he benefit the other.
Currently, we don't have any pastime, but we know that he appeared as fish, he appeared as boar, he appeared as half lion, half human. So so those pastimes maybe we will maybe the demigods, they have a bigger set of Bhagavatam, I heard. So probably their Bhagavatam will probably reveal these some of these pastimes.
Absolutely. Well, the demigods had a lot more time than us.
Yes.
So nothing's according to time. It's directly proportional to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that we receive. Thank you very much. So please, if you like to say something or ask any questions to Prabhu, and Prabhu is happy to hear from you. So please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
HG GauraNatraj Prabhu.
GauraNatraj Prabhu.
GauraNatraj Prabhu.
Yes. So firstly, thank you for the class, Prabhu. I have two questions. First one might sound a bit silly, but it's kind of relevant. It's so you mentioned how Ashwatthama had his mustache shaven off as punishment.
Hair, actually. It's actually hair.
Hair. Okay, it's hair. Like, for example, it reminds me of Bhrigu Muni, who when he during the sacrifice, reduction sacrifice, where Sati, she gives up her body, and as in punishment, I think one of the he had his mustache torn off because of So I know it sounds a bit silly, but I was just curious. There seems to be a lot of significance given to the mustache, especially in previous ages.
Yeah, so I think Kshatriyas, for them, the mustache is a sign of, strength and, something like that. So it's an insult. Kshatriyas, they always have, mustache. So that's a sign of, male dominance, powerful, So it's a sign, Prabhu. Even, my childhood, I remember that we would not remove the mustache in the village. It would have been an insult. Yeah, so that's how that tradition, old tradition was.
Okay. Our second question is, so obviously you mentioned, the importance of association of Bhagavatas, Nitvam Bhagavata-Sevayā, association of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, association of the devotees. So from your own experience, having being temple president of Manchester, how can we be better? How can we improve our sadhu sangha? What can we do in terms of being more helpful towards other devotees?
Yeah. So luckily you are part of this, this Bhagavad Sangha. Narayan Keshav Prabhu has been doing it. You're all coming together and discussing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam verse by verse. You have that time. First, people don't have time. So actually, I'm very grateful to all of you that you have time for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Many people don't have time. They have time for many things, but not for Bhagavatam. So you're very, very lucky being part of it. And so how do we improve sadhu sangha? So one is like this, definitely devotees coming together and discussing it. Prabhupada always said, come together and discuss. You should have a program, whether it is part of mentorship or a group of devotees coming together and discussing. Number one. Number two, we should read our own personal sadhana. Discussion is one thing, part of the group is one thing. And second is we should have our own personal sadhana on a regular basis. That's another. Third thing is we should also hear from other senior devotees. We may like certain devotees, right? Different people have got attraction to hearing from different senior devotees. I don't want to name. So we should be hearing also. If you have Guru, then we should hear from Guru. We should also hear from Prabhupada. Luckily, Vani Vapu Association, as you all know, Vani is the message that we hear. Vapu is the physical association, and luckily we can. And out of these two, I heard it from several senior devotees. The Vani association is more important than Vapu. Vapu means, you may get some time. You understand, no? Vapu means the physical association. You may get sometimes, you may not get. It's not possible to have all the times. But Vani is always there. So we should take advantage of that. And then we also should share it. We should have programs, regular programs, and invite some senior devotees and hear. But these days we can also hear on YouTube, etc. So I was told that we should hear Prabhupada, our spiritual master, and any other person that you may have inclination to. And always, if you want to study on our own, it gets difficult. We should be part of our sangha, definitely, because mind tricks us. But if you are part of this, today we are here. So Narayan Keshav Prabhu gave me this task. So I was like, I took time to prepare it. So we should be part of sangha because we ourselves are not so motivated. Part of Sangha always helps. These are some of my thoughts, Prabhu. But I don't know if I've answered your question.
That's okay. That's good. Always good because obviously when we are part of Sangha, we're always thinking, how can we improve? But obviously, just doing the basics is so very useful. So thank you for your answer, Prabhu.
Also, Prabhu, every one of us should actually lead another Sangha.
Okay.
Who is a better student? I always say teacher is a better student. So if you want to be a better student, become a teacher. And who will become a good teacher? One who hears sincerely. Siddhanta Saraswati was so happy with Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that even sometimes, sometimes even if I don't understand, I used to sit and listen sincerely. Prabhupada said this. So we should all become teachers. Teachers are the better students. That's how we learn more. Teacher learns more than student. Agree?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay.
And I was going to say one. I'm just
sorry, Prabhu. You can add. Sorry.
Yeah. Just going to say that very interesting that because we're sitting here on a hot day trying to listen, it's quite, you have to tolerate a little bit of the heat. But what about yourself, Prabhu? You are actually, preaching, even more difficult. So I can imagine from the hater's point of view, it's quite, you have to sort of pay more attention because the heat is around us. But to actually to speak the overview of Canto, that's 1,000 times more difficult. So thank you so much for tolerating the.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed. So far, and thank you for engaging me. So that much I can say. Thank you.
Sure. Pandukaksh Prabhu, you want to ask anything? Yeah.
No, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I mean, just a comment, Prabhuji, like the prayers when you recite it, they look like prayers actually. It's so nice when you're reciting, it's so nice to hear prayers from you, Prabhuji. And I don't know how you remember all those prayers as well, but it's so nice. And a couple of points which I made a note is those who are incomplete in their service cannot see me. That point is very striking. And the way you made the set of questions is so nice. Like first set is about Bhagavatam, second set is about Parishit Maharaj, and the third set is about I've missed
Shukadeva Goswami.
Yeah, so
Shukadeva Goswami.
Shukadeva Goswami. That's the making set is very nice to remember the chapters also. When you remember this set, it's easy to remember the chapters in connection of those chapters.
Yeah, connections.
So nice. And you mentioned, I mean, we could recollect so many points today. It's only 1 hour, but you covered so much of information, Prabhuji. So we could recollect some of the points which we read through during our normal study time. So Shreyas and prayers, those words are very nice. Shreyas is for long term and prayers is for a short term. And you helped us to remember those 6 questions again. And relating those 6 questions to three sections. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Sometimes, hearing after you narrate, you actually, if someone summarizes, it's another Bhagavad-Gita. Thank you so much. Also, HG GauraNatraj Prabhu, one more point is that as part of Sangha, we should always try and take some notes. It always helps. That's one point that always helps. Even some simple points, making simple points would be good part of the Sangha. It keeps us attention intact.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anybody else? Last question or statement, Kiran Prabhu, maybe if you want to say
no questions from me, but it's a lovely chronology of Canto 1, at least most of it to start off with. But I'm looking forward to the next installation from Prabhuji whenever we meet again, just to conclude Canto 1 in its beautiful, succinct way. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. And dear devotees, please, in this Purushottam Mass, please, pray for me and my family, that we are always somehow or other in the service of the Lord. Please pray for me sincerely. Thank you.
Prabhu, I think we pray for each other because we all need association of each other. So yeah, we're happy always to hear from you. How does next Wednesday sound, Prabhu?
Next Wednesday should be okay, Prabhu.
Wonderful. I hope everybody is available, and yeah, we'll do next Wednesday and conclude the Canto.
Yeah, we will definitely conclude.
Yeah, I mean, no rush.
No, it will happen because many chapters in this section are different from the other section.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. So thank you so much. Can you please unmute yourself and let's give Prabhu 3 Hari Bols. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Haribol, Haribol.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji, and
Thank you.
look forward
Hare
to
Krishna.
seeing you again next week.
Hare Krishna.
Same
Thank
time,
you.
same
Hare
place.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll catch up on Friday.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.